If you are a creator or influencer that is looking to put yourself out there more and get invited to some influencer events, potentially maybe your first influencer event, then this video is for you. Now, as someone who's worked on the brand side and has hosted these events myself and put them together, I personally know that a lot of times brands are trying really hard to get people to show up to these events. So just for a little bit of a mindset, don't ever think that you're being annoying or bugging anyone when you are trying to learn about these events, get added to a list, etc. So in this video, I'm going to go over some step-by-step things that you can do to get to your first event. And before I do that, I do want to explain the importance of in-person networking. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to share with you what to do once you get invited to make sure that you can potentially turn this brand event or influencer event into a paid brand deal. So make sure you stick around to the end to see the full recap of what we're going to be covering here. Now, the first thing you have to understand is who is putting on said event, right? So you want to get more involved in the influencer creator world, well, then you have to put yourself out there. I actually have a creator friend of mine who I will not say their name, but they're a major influencer based in New York. And I remember she told me her claim to fame or her rise to the top was really because she went to tons of events. Think about it. If you're going to these sort of events and the PR people are at these events, it's the best way to meet people face to face. And not just meet anyone, meet decision makers. Sometimes founders will be there, the CEO, the marketing person, the PR person, right? Now, when you're understanding this influencer event in general, obviously you guys are watching video, but it could be the brand that throws it, or it could be the PR agency that throws it. The girl that I was talking about, she would say that she would just literally go to all these different PR events because the PR companies, the public relation firms, they were hired to put on these events, make sure influencers showed up, make sure creators showed up, and turn them into a big spectacle, okay? So her route was very much going through the PR agency route. And that's why it is so important to network and get to know your local PR agency. If you're not in one of the hotspot big cities, right? If you're not in a London or New York or LA or Miami, it doesn't matter. There are local PR agencies that are doing local events for local businesses. So when you start to really understand who those local PR firms are, then you can start to try to network with them more and learn about the events that they're putting on for their clients. Now, I want to share my screen really quick and also show you how you can kind of just use social media to help you get there. So if I go to TikTok, I put in the word influencer event at the top. If you go to TikTok and look at the search term, influencer event, you can start seeing them. So this one I'm going to click. She says, come with me to an influencer event. And she says, Skylar Clean Beauty. So clearly this company, I've never heard of Skylar Beauty. Maybe they're really famous and popular. They threw an event, right? So this is important that you can kind of go in there and reach out to brands and say, hey, I noticed that you threw an event last year. I wanted to introduce myself. Here's my media kit in case you're doing any events in the future. Now, another thing that you're going to definitely want to do, because again, remember guys, I worked on the PR side and I know what I'm talking about. If you go to NYC blogger, let's just put NYC influencer. Let me just show you something really quick. If you put hashtags of your city and your name, whether it be in your bio and your content, all these people populate. So if I was on the brand side and I wanted NYC influencers to come, I'd probably start using this as a way to generate my list. I would go and start adding these people. You can even go to the For You. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, signature move of an NYC influencer. Quick street fit check. So again, right there, she has that keyword. I may be like, oh, who are you? NYC influencer? Oh, hey, Sherry, you're based here. Oh, look, there's your email. So easy to reach out to you. Done. Getting invited. So remember, having those appropriate hashtags of your city name and the word influencer, even if it's Houston, Dallas, wherever you live, you can include your city name and the word influencer as a hashtag in some of your content. So when brands are researching, for events to send them out, they can reach out to you directly. Now, did you see what I just did? That girl, Sherry, I went to her page immediately, right? And I immediately saw in her bio was her email. Ding, ding, ding. You want to make sure that your bio looks good. It is optimized because again, here's what's going to happen. Before you get invited to any event, they are going to look at your bio. And it's not always the number of followers you have. Is your content, fit their brand? Does it make sense for them? Does your bio, is it optimized? Is it easy to find you? Is it clear? Or does this just look like you're a hobby and you do this for fun? Brands are able to kind of really use that bio and a quick 1-second first impression to see if, you make sense for them or not. So that's why we always say, make sure your bio looks good, make sure your page looks good from the brand perspective. Because again, as I'm searching, NYC influencer, and I find a creator, and then I go to their page, and then I see everything look good, and I see the email there, it's an easy invite. Now, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you like it. It lets me know to keep creating videos like this. And if you are an influencer that wants to know what to say to PR agencies, how to find PR agencies, how to pitch to PR agencies to get to these events, or maybe you want to pitch the brand directly, there's a few things that you can do. One, come to my next free live training. I host them all the time, and they are super helpful in all things pitching paid brand deals. And the same strategies I talk about at this training are strategies that you can use in a pitch to PR agency. Or you can always check out our signature program, the Pitching to Brands Master Course here at Sidewalker. That program, y'all, is going to change your life. It has hundreds of testimonials. It is going to help you make those pitches land and get you a response. Now, an important part of going to events is making other creator friends. I'm sorry, people that want to do this alone, it is a lot harder than having friends, creator friends, people you can ask, oh, I saw you went to this event, like, how'd you do it? Like, can I go with you? Like, friendships, right? And that's why community is so important. If you are looking for community, remember that's what we do here at Sidewalker Daily. Send us an email to team@sidewalkerdaily.com and we can share with you a little bit more about our Inner Circle program. It is a membership program, but it is for creators that are looking to make more friends and different creators, because it's so important, y'all. It is so important to know people. If you're not in our community, joining any community where you can, again, meet people, vibe with people, so that you guys can connect and pitch to go to these events together. Especially if you are just starting off, it's helpful to go with someone. Now, of course, at the end of the day, if a brand isn't reaching out to you, you got to shoot your shot. Like I said, you got to go to these PR agencies and to brands, introduce yourself, show them who you are, tell them that you want to go to the event or events that they host in the future. Oftentimes, like I said, brands want you to come, so you're not doing them a favor. They want you there. They're trying to get people there. Now, if you do get invited and you start going to events, here are some rule of thumb things to keep in mind. First of all, I'm going to be like old school here, but I'm going to keep it to a 1 drink minimum, people. You are here to work. You are not here to party. And I think that's what sets Sidewalker creators above the rest, because we're not here like jamming and partying. Even if the PR people are partying, you always want to be just like in control and very much looking at this as a work opportunity. Why? Because you are going to pitch those people the next day. You're going to send them your media kit. You're going to follow up. You're going to try to get them on a call. You're going to pitch them, right? So you always want to remember that this is like a professional landscape. You want to bring business cards if you can. That way you can hand them out while you're like schmoozing and vibing with people. Obviously, shoot tons of content, not only for your own pages and your own social media, but so that you can put together little examples, send to the brand and license that content to, eventually get paid from them, right? You can show them, hey, this is what I shot. If you guys need anything, things like that will always help you stand out and make this free event, eventually, hopefully, a paid one. Follow-ups are so important. I can't stress them enough, especially when you go to these events. You want to thank the person for inviting you, thank the brand for inviting you, and keep that relationship alive. Don't just thank them, but then how can you nurture this relationship? Now, notice I said a free event. Some creators get paid to go to events, again, especially as you start to grow and they need you to produce content for them or promote the event. Obviously, there are a lot of paid events. I actually have a creator with less than 10,000 followers that is part of our program. She got invited to an airline launch event. She was paid to go to the event, but she was able to negotiate it for a higher fee and turn it into a 6-month deal. So less than 10,000 followers, worked with an airline, got paid to go to the event. So you don't always have to be doing these events for free. But that story I told you about in the beginning, that girl in New York who always went to events for free, she went for free. And now she's like one of the biggest creators. And she still says, oh, I go to events all the time. It's just such powerful networking in person. And it's something that's really helpful in your creator business. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know, are you going to be trying to go to more events this year? Have you gone to any influencer events or brand events? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.